Imagine going through a painful breakup and, months later, seeing that woman who left you looking at you with a mix of admiration and regret. Not because you begged for a second chance or kept sending persistent messages, but because you transformed into a completely different person, more confident, accomplished, and powerful. This is the essence of the method I'm going to share with you today. Most men react to a breakup by trying to prove their worth to their ex-partner. They send messages, show up in the same places, post photos on social media hoping to spark jealousy or attention. But let me tell you something you might not want to hear. These actions demonstrate weakness, and deep down only push that woman further away. True power isn't in trying to convince someone that you're worth it. True power comes from knowing, with absolute certainty, that you are valuable regardless of others' opinions. And it's exactly this that makes a woman look back and think, how did I let this man slip away? Through years of working with relationships, I've noticed a consistent pattern. When a man stops chasing and starts evolving, the dynamic completely changes. The method I'm going to share isn't based on psychological games or emotional manipulation. It's built on something much more powerful and enduring, your genuine transformation. Think of it as a metamorphosis. Just like the caterpillar, that turns into a butterfly. You have the ability to emerge from this painful experience as a superior version of yourself. A version that not only attracts your ex back, but also magnetizes new possibilities in every area of your life. The first step of this method is understanding that the end of a relationship doesn't mean the end of your story. It's just the closing of one chapter and the beginning of another, potentially more exciting one. The pain you feel now can be the fuel for an extraordinary transformation, if you know how to channel it correctly. Many men get stuck in the past, ruminating over every detail of the breakup, wondering what they could have done differently. This behavior is understandable but deeply limiting. The method I'm sharing requires you to direct your energy toward the future, not the past. The crucial first step is conscious distancing. This means temporarily cutting off all contact with your ex-partner. I'm not talking about ignoring her out of pride or to provoke a reaction. I'm talking about creating the necessary space for your own evolution. This period of separation isn't about her, it's about you. During this time, something fascinating happens in her mind. The negative memories that led to the breakup begin to fade, while the positive memories of the good times you shared gain strength. It's a natural psychological phenomenon known as fading affect bias, our tendency to forget negative emotions more quickly than positive ones. But for this process to be effective, you need to truly use this time to transform yourself. And here is the second step of the method: unconditional investment in yourself. This means dedicating time, energy, and resources to improve all aspects of your life. Start with the physical aspect. I'm not suggesting you need to become a magazine cover model, but rather that you take care of your body with respect and dedication. Establish a consistent exercise routine. It could be gym workouts, running, swimming, martial arts, any activity that physically challenges you and releases endorphins, the hormone of well-being. Alongside exercise, review your diet. It's not about following restrictive diets, but making more conscious choices that properly nourish your body. When you eat well, your energy increases, your mind becomes clearer, and your self-confidence naturally rises. Don't underestimate the power of restful sleep. Establish a healthy sleep routine, getting at least 7 to 8 hours a night. Adequate rest directly affects your hormonal balance, cognitive ability, and mood. All essential factors for the transformation we're seeking. In addition to healthcare, also invest in your appearance. Update your wardrobe with pieces that make you feel confident. Try a new haircut. Pay attention to your personal hygiene and grooming details. These external changes might seem superficial, but they have a profound impact on how you perceive yourself and how others perceive you. However, the most significant transformation happens internally. And here comes the third step of the method: developing your mind and spirit. Start reading books that expand your horizons. Listen to podcasts that add knowledge. Enroll in courses that develop valuable skills for your career and personal life. Meditation is a powerful tool in this process. Dedicate at least 10 minutes daily to calm your mind and connect with yourself. Over time, you'll notice a significant increase in your ability to maintain emotional balance, even in challenging situations. Keep a journal to record your thoughts, feelings, and progress. This simple practice helps you process difficult emotions and recognize thought patterns that may be limiting you. It's also a way to celebrate your achievements, no matter how small. Another fundamental aspect of this internal transformation is developing your emotional intelligence. Learn to identify, understand, and manage your emotions. When you master this skill, you're no longer a slave to your impulses and start making more conscious choices in all areas of your life. The fourth step of the method involves expanding your social circle. Many men tend to isolate themselves after a breakup. This is precisely the behavior you should avoid. Reconnect with old friends. Participate in events and activities where you can meet new people. Get involved in groups or communities related to your interests. This social expansion has two main benefits. First, it exposes you to new perspectives and growth opportunities. Second, it shows your ex, who might eventually learn this through mutual friends or social media, that you're moving forward and living a fulfilling life. Don't be afraid to meet other women. This doesn't mean you should start a new relationship just to forget the previous one or to make her jealous. But allowing yourself new female connections is an important part of the emotional healing process and rediscovering your own ability to attract and be attracted. The fifth step of the method is developing your life mission. Ask yourself, what excites me? What makes me lose track of time? How can I contribute meaningfully to the world around me? These questions will guide you toward bigger goals that transcend romantic relationships. When a man has a clear mission, he radiates a type of magnetism that women find irresistible, not because they are secondary in his life, but because it shows that you are complete on your own, a rare and extremely attractive quality. Set ambitious goals for your career and personal life. Visualize where you want to be in a year, 2 years, 5 years. Create a detailed action plan to achieve these goals and start implementing it immediately. Each small step toward your dreams increases your confidence and natural attractiveness. The sixth step involves developing your communication and presence. Learn to speak with clarity and conviction. Practice active listening in your conversations. Work on your body posture to convey confidence without arrogance. These subtle elements of communication have a huge impact on how people respond to you. A valuable exercise is to record yourself speaking and then critically analyze your communication. Observe your tone of voice, facial expressions, gestures. Identify areas for improvement and consciously practice until powerful communication becomes natural for you. Also, develop eye contact. Many men, especially after experiences of rejection, avoid looking people directly in the eyes. But secure and steady eye contact is one of the most powerful ways to establish connection and demonstrate confidence. Practice with friends, family, and eventually with strangers. The seventh step of the method is working on your limiting beliefs. We all carry ideas about ourselves that restrict us in some way. Maybe you believe you don't deserve to be loved, or that you'll always be abandoned, or that you're not good enough. These beliefs operate subconsciously, sabotaging your transformation efforts. Identify these negative beliefs and actively challenge them. Where did they come from? What evidence do you have that they're true? What evidence contradicts these beliefs? Replace them with positive affirmations that reflect the man you're becoming. This part of the process can be challenging and sometimes painful. You'll be confronting thought patterns that you might have cultivated for years or even decades. But it's absolutely essential for the deep transformation we're seeking. The eighth step of the method is developing your emotional independence. Many relationships end because one or both partners become emotionally dependent. You need to learn to find peace, joy, and purpose within yourself, not in someone else. This doesn't mean becoming insensitive or avoiding deep connections. It means developing an internal center of gravity so strong that you can relate to others from a place of abundance, not scarcity. When you reach this state, paradoxically, you become much more attractive to your ex and to any other valuable woman. The ninth step involves learning to set healthy boundaries. Many men, out of fear of losing their partner, end up accepting behaviors that don't respect their needs and values. This pattern needs to be definitively broken. Learn to say no when necessary. Clearly communicate your expectations and what you're willing to tolerate in any type of relationship. When you set firm but fair boundaries, people respect you more, including your ex-partner, who will notice this fundamental change in your stance. The 10th step is the consistent practice of gratitude. Regardless of the pain of the separation, there are countless aspects of your life to be grateful for. Perhaps the very relationship that ended provided you with valuable experiences and important lessons. Spend a few minutes every day acknowledging the blessings in your life. This simple practice has the power to transform your perspective, shifting you away from a victim mentality and towards a proactive stance in your own story. As you implement these steps, something remarkable begins to happen. Your energy changes. Your vibration elevates. People around you start noticing this transformation and respond positively to it. Eventually, this change will reach your ex's ears or eyes. It's important to understand that at this point in the process, making her regret her decision is no longer your main goal. You'll be so involved in your own evolution, so excited about the new possibilities unfolding before you, that her opinion will have lost much of its power over you. And it's precisely at this moment, when you no longer need her to feel complete, that she will likely begin to feel curiosity, perhaps even regret. Women have a keen perception for genuine changes, and she will certainly notice the difference between the man she left and the man you've transformed into. But what do you do when that moment arrives? How do you act if she shows interest in reconnecting? Here's the 11th step of the method: conscious interaction from your new identity. If she reaches out, be cordial, but not overly available. Keep conversations light and positive. Don't mention the breakup or past problems. Let her perceive, through your words and especially your actions, how much you've changed. If the opportunity for a meeting arises, accept it casually. Choose a public place where you feel comfortable and confident. Dress well, but naturally. During the meeting, practice active listening and maintain a relaxed yet attentive posture. Talk about your new projects, interests, and achievements with genuine enthusiasm, not arrogance. Ask questions about her life with sincere interest, without judgment. Allow moments of silence in the conversation, times for her to process her impressions of the new you. Don't show a need for validation or approval. If the conversation flows toward the possibility of reconciliation, don't rush. Say you need to think about it, demonstrating that you now make decisions based on what's best for you in the long run, not on emotional impulses. The 12th step of the method is conscious reevaluation. After that first contact, take some time to honestly reflect on your feelings. Does the attraction you feel for her still exist? Do you still see her as a compatible partner for the man you've become? Or do you realize that your evolution has taken you in a different direction? There's no right or wrong answer here. The important thing is that, unlike in the past, you're now in a position to make a conscious choice, not driven by the fear of being alone or the need to prove something to yourself or others. If you decide you want to try again, do so with a completely renewed mindset. Clearly establish for yourself and for her that this isn't a continuation of the previous relationship. It's a new beginning, with two people who have evolved and now choose to share their journeys more consciously. If, on the other hand, you realize that your path is now heading in a different direction, communicate this with kindness and firmness. Thank her for the shared experience and sincerely wish her the best. This mature and serene attitude will be the final confirmation of your transformation in her eyes. An important note: this method doesn't guarantee that your ex will come back to you. Everyone has their own process and free will. What I can guarantee is that by following these steps, you'll become a stronger, more attractive, and more fulfilled man, regardless of the outcome with that specific woman. In fact, many men who implement this method discover along the way that they no longer wish to resume the previous relationship. They open themselves up to new possibilities and attract partners more aligned with their new identity and life purpose. It's crucial to understand that the true power of this method lies not in the external result, but in the internal transformation. It's not just about making your ex regret it, but about never regretting wasting your potential on relationships that don't adequately value you. Now, let's delve deeper into some specific strategies that intensify the results of this method. Strategy 1. creating an environment conducive to your evolution. Organize your physical space in a way that reflects and supports your new aspirations. Discard objects that strongly connect you to painful past memories. Rearrange your home or apartment in a way that energizes and inspires you. Strategy 2. Strategic social media management. Don't use these platforms to display false happiness or provoke jealousy. Use them authentically to discreetly document your transformation journey. Occasionally post about new interests, achievements, and significant moments, without exaggeration or indirect references to your ex. Remember, she'll likely see these updates, so let them naturally tell the story of your evolution. No melancholic captions or indirect messages. No obviously posed photos to appear happy. Authenticity is the key word here. Strategy 3. Deliberate cultivation of your sexual magnetism. I'm not talking about superficial seduction techniques, but the genuine development of your masculine energy. This involves taking responsibility for your life, making decisions with confidence, staying present in the moment, and radiating a quiet assurance about who you are. Strategy 4. Developing valuable soft skills. Cultivate empathy, emotional intelligence, conflict resolution skills, and assertive communication. These skills not only make you more attractive to women, but also more successful in all areas of life. Strategy 5. Conscious evolution of masculinity. Many men oscillate between two problematic extremes: excessive passivity or compensatory aggressiveness. True masculine strength isn't in either pole, but in a healthy balance between firmness and sensitivity, between leading and knowing how to receive. Explore your understanding of what it means to be a man in today's world. Challenge limiting definitions of masculinity that might be preventing you from accessing important aspects of your personality, such as vulnerability, intuition, and emotional expression. Strategy 6. Training the impassive face. Develop the ability to maintain emotional balance even in situations that previously would have unsettled you. If you unexpectedly run